Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Asia and welcome back to the Asia Effect, and today I want to talk to you guys about teachers. You know, school has only been in for me for 4 days now, and honestly, I love my teachers for the most part, right? I'm the type of person to, suck up to my teacher and have actual non-school related conversations with them, but sometimes they really do drive me crazy, and in the past 4 days they have already done all of the things on this list. So right now I would just like to share with you guys some things that teachers do that drive me absolutely nuts. Alright, so number one here, right? When it is at least a couple weeks, a month into the school year, and they either can't pronounce your name or they just straight up just don't know it, and you always have to tell them your name. You know, sometimes you really do have to cut them some slack, because you know that, they always make that excuse I have so many students or whatever. So fine, but if I'm constantly reminding you and it's been weeks and you are still not getting my name right, there's a problem. And when you're a person like me who has a name where honestly you would think that it wouldn't be so hard, right? My name is spelled A-S-J-A, right? The continent, Asia, is spelled A-S-I-A, right? And you would think, okay, maybe that wouldn't be so hard to pronounce, but Jesus Christ, if you would think of some of the stuff that I have been called before, when literally the only thing that separates my name from the way that it's actually spelled is that right there. Drives me nuts. Alright, number two, right? You know when it's relatively quiet in the classroom and it's you want to ask the teacher something that you don't want the rest of the class hearing, right? So, you'll walk up to their desk and stuff and you'll all quietly ask them a question, right? And then the teachers do that thing where they yell the response back so the entire class can figure out what exactly you asked them, right? So say that I'm just trying to ask hey, hey, I low-key just pooped myself, can I go to the bathroom? And they're oh yeah, sure, you can go to the bathroom, no problem, or some crap like that. If you were to go off and poop your pants and say, hey Asia, cover the class for me for a second, maybe I might tell a few people, but I'm not gonna tell the entire class that you went off and pooped yourself. Alright, number three, when they force organization upon you, okay? For some kids, I can really get why they might need this, because some people just aren't organized, right? But if on your syllabus you say, okay, here's what you need a 2-inch binder, you need a notebook, and some highlighters, right? I don't know about you guys, but I don't want to carry around binders for every single last one of my classes. I have 2 binders for all 7 of my classes, and I never ever lose papers. So if I'm turning in all my work to you and not losing anything, how am I losing points when you do binder checks? It doesn't make sense to me, because if I have my life together, why am I constantly losing points? Number 4, those, no drink, no food classrooms? Alright, some classes that makes sense. Probably classes like science, and that's it, because there comes a time when you can actually understand, okay, maybe I don't want to eat this banana in here because it probably has acid on it and I'll die. That's a great motivation for not wanting to eat stuff. But if you're telling me that I can't just drink one sip of my Gatorade in Spanish, what kind of sense does that make? Why not? Tell me, literally, why not? Most of the time, the answer is something oh, well, this one girl, she had a coffee and she spilled it all over the place. Well, I'm sorry that girl's retarded and I'm not, but I'm not about to go off and spill my drink on purpose. And then it's things with wrappers on them. People also don't know how to throw them away, apparently. But you have to at least let the class prove themselves to you that they can handle having food and drink before punishing everybody. And the funny part is those teachers who always have that no food, no drink rule are always the teacher who has a god dang coffee and a banana by their desk and they're eating throughout the entire class. You hypocritical bastard. And number 5, which is probably the most relatable one out of all this, but it's when teachers act like your bladder just kind of doesn't exist, right? And you know, sometimes it's not the teacher's fault. Like in my school, we have a very stupid rule where it's just like no passes at all unless it's an emergency, which doesn't make sense, right? Because they're like, oh, you should go during your passing time. And you know what I'm doing during my passing time? Passing. Crazy, right? Like, say that I'm, you know, having one of those days where I have to actually like go to the bathroom for like 2-3 minutes, right? And say that my class was all the way over here and I'm trying to go all the way over here. You expect me to go here, take care of my business, and then still get there in time. It doesn't work that way, and I don't feel like teachers understand that. You know, not all kids are the type of kids to go off and like blow up half the school when they're supposed to be using the bathroom, right? So half the time when they're like, oh, it's an emergency, I'm like, no, but I have to pee. And at that point, if they still don't let me go, I'll just walk out the class, because you can't tell me if I can't pee. Know what I'm saying? But those are just the top 5, guys. There are plenty more. Might even make a part 2. But yes, teachers sometimes just drive me crazy. If there is the slightest chance that this gets played in one of my classes, oh lord, let's hope it doesn't. But I do hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, you can give it a like if your heart ever so desires. And you can subscribe if you want. But until then, I will see you guys on Sunday with another video. Goodbye.